Hey guys, some quick thoughts. Netherlands beat Austria. Um, did a quick live in the middle of the game. I think about after the 1 hour mark. Um, talk about formations. Is it 3-5-2 or 3-4-3 or any version of a back three? Really, that much of a defensive play, defensive setup. And I was saying. It's the philosophy that drives, like each team has its own footballing philosophy. Some teams like to play more with the ball and some teams like to play without the ball. And this was a very, very good illustration. This game between Austria and the Netherlands was a total, illustration to have that, to kind of like go a little bit into that conversation. And as you saw, if you did watch the game, and if you haven't watched it, go check it out. The Netherlands play a 3-5-2 in this tournament, and this has been a bone of contention with a lot of their fans. And the very fascinating thing is that when you see them play, it doesn't look like a team that's playing a back three that's defensive. Like they're playing a very possession-based 3-5-2. It's actually pretty cool to see because the coach has been shit. I'm not gonna, say here that the coach has been great. In fact, as I say in the caption and the title of this video, better players plus rich footballing history. That's what did this game for the Netherlands today. They have a rich footballing history. They produce footballers of the highest quality definitely since like the 70s. Okay, Johan Cruyff and the culture built around the footballing philosophy with that Dutch national team, but mainly the Ajax football club. Actually, I think they deserve a lot of credit for how the Netherlands have played over the years. Very comfortable on the ball, and actually, I'm gonna go and make a very bold take here and say even the Barcelona style that we know as the Barcelona style in the modern day, like post 1990s to today, is actually from the Netherlands, because Johan Cruyff is the guy who brought that to Barca, and kind of really built this culture of total football there. And Barca obviously has better resources, much bigger population in Spain, and so Barca, I'm very well known for playing this tiki-taka possession-based football. But like the Dutch were the engineers and the early innovators of that style of football. So when I watch their team right now, I mean, I don't think they're gonna win this tournament, but you can really see that when you have a culture and a way of playing, it doesn't matter how you set up the team. This team today played a lot better at the back as well. I mean, they were much safer with the ball, kept the ball a bit better than the game that they won 3-2 in the first game. But it also did help that they have like just better players than Austria today. Alaba and Sabitzer are the two like outstanding players of the Austrian team who would get into the Netherlands team. You know what I mean? Sabitzer could play in the Netherlands midfield, and I think Alaba would definitely play in the midfield or in the back three. But the Netherlands just had better players and overwhelmed, the Austrians by starving them off the ball. So it's going to be interesting to see what Austria does in that last game. But it was basically a game where one team had most of the ball and very comfortable with it and played a very solid 3-5-2, one of the better 3-5-2 performances you will see in this tournament. Because they really, I mean, I can't speak highly enough of how well they keep the ball. Between the Netherlands and Italy, they have displayed some of the best possession-based football performances that I've seen in this tournament so far. It's really, really beautiful to see and to see them play. I mean, they're playing at home, so that helps a little bit. But Wijnaldum, De Jong, and De Roon, and then they even had time at the end there to introduce Gravenberch, the little kid from Ajax, in midfield, and to replace De Roon, and up front they they played this kid Doniel Mullen. He's underrated. He was released early by Arsenal in the Arsenal Academy until like 2-3 years ago. In that summer, towards when Wenger was about to leave, then he left and went back to the Netherlands, and Arsenal probably couldn't afford him this summer. And boy, would they want him, because they have Edin Nketiah, who has uncertainty around his contracts at the moment, as well as what's his face? Lacazette is on his last year of the contract. With a kid like this in the background, it would be easier to just move those guys on and then see what's happening. But yeah, basically, quick reaction to Netherlands versus Austria. The team with the better players in the rich footballing history did it today. Better style, much better on the ball, but also like the quality of the players managed to see them over the line. And the fascinating thing, and I was talking in my previous video before this one, I was talking about the 5 channels up front, how most teams are attacking in modern day football, like with 5 players at the very top of the attacking line, 3 in the middle and 2 at the back. That's kind of like the reverse, the cone structure that a lot of teams are taking at the moment. And the Netherlands are doing it pretty well, really, by pushing either one of the 3 midfielders, Wijnaldum, De Roon, and De Jong. They take turns making part of that 5. And then they have Depay and the big guy Wout next to him, and then they push the wingbacks up. Patrick van Holt on the left, and Dumfries on the right side. Dumfries has been basically player of the tournament for the Dutch. He scored, got involved in a lot of goals in the first game, a lot of really good action, a lot of their dangerous actions he was involved in. Scored the winner today, won the penalty for the first goal, and got the winner of the second goal, because it was 2-0, so I guess both goals were winning. You can say that his goal was a winning goal, but when the other opponents didn't reply, so that makes it, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, now the Dutch can rest players for their next game, and it's going to be interesting to see how they do in this tournament moving forward. I don't expect them to go beyond the quarterfinals, but you never know in tournament football. Anybody can win a game on a given day, and they do have difference makers. Depay scored a goal that should help him get some confidence, and they're playing well. So let's see. I just don't trust their defense, just like Belgium. Good players going forward, but their defenses against more skilled and ruthless attacking teams, there's going to be a lot of questions to answer there. All right, guys. See you for the next round of games tomorrow. Cheers.